Just 9.5 months, I made him $131,000.
What do you think about all this looking back now?
I wish I would have just tried harder to stop it all, because it's just growing and growing.
I felt really devastated.
On Enrique's receipt, there is no name, no phone number, no way to track down who he believes took advantage of him.
What happened to your $1,200?
I lost it.
You never got it back.
I never got nothing back.
An expensive lesson to learn, but one Enrique hopes is invaluable to people who hear his story. At 70 years old, Enrique Hernandez still goes to work every day, but one day in 2023 sticks out more than most.
As soon as I closed the door, I knew that I didn't have my keys on me.
In a rush to get to his shift on time, he called a Kansas City area locksmith listed online.
24-hour locksmith.
Right away, things got off to a bad start.
And once he opened it up, I told him, well, that's all you need to do, because this one was not locked. And he did both.
He was doing unnecessary work.
Absolutely.
And it went from bad to worse.
Did he give you any pricing over the phone? Did he tell you how much it was going to be? Anything like that?
I did not ask. So I feel maybe $150. It would have been fine with me to pay $150.
The actual total, $1,217.29.
I said, no, this is outrageous. This is way out of line. I go, you got to be kidding me. I'm not paying that.
A breakdown of the bill shows the locksmith charged nearly $400 per lock. One of them, Enrique says, he didn't even need.
And then when he gave me the bill, that's when I went, okay, I've been had.
And he's not the only one. People all across the country have had this problem, like Leslie Weeks in Utah.
He stripped away a layer of 2.5 inches by 6 inches of the door by pushing too hard on the drill.
How much was the bill?
He initially told us both locks would be $300. And when the job was done, it came to $770.
Another woman in Kansas sent us these photos after she says the locksmith she called kicked in her door and charged her $231 for getting her back inside.
Consumers are desperate when they need a locksmith. You know, they can't get in their car, can't get in their house. And so these individuals prey on that.
Steve Howe is district attorney for Johnson County, Kansas. His office actually investigated what happened to Enrique, as well as several other people, saying predatory locksmiths are a big problem.
They tell them one price and then charge them a considerable more after the work is done, and basically hold them hostage.
Howe says the perpetrators buy ads and sponsorships on Google to make sure they're the first ones who pop up when you search locksmith.
How are these places showing up on Google if they're illegitimate?
Well, I think there has to be enough complaints in order for Google to bring them down.
Are these locksmiths scammers?
Oh, many of them are. Yes, absolutely.
But catching them, Howe says, so far has proved impossible.
We've never been able to track down those individuals. We've seen on a number of occasions where they change their company name when we start investigating or making phone calls. They'll change their phone numbers, they'll change the name of the company, and of course they have no physical address. So it's hard to tie them to the actual acts.
You just type in locksmith near me on Google, and about the first 15 to 20 ads that pop up, if they don't have an actual location, it's owned by that scammer.
Zach Wilcox says he knows firsthand how it all works.
It's going to be the same dispatcher sending this job to the same technician who's going to come out.
You're pretty familiar with locksmith scams.
Yeah.
Why?
I used to work for one.
The person you were working for was paying for multiple Google ads.
Several, like 15 to 20.
Of different company names, but they were all going to the same place.
Yep. I would have to pretend to be whatever locksmith company they thought I was, because that's the one they called.
For nearly a year, Zach says no matter what name he operated under, he was told to charge as much as he could while tacking on unnecessary service fees and taxes.
Start with car lockouts, making me charge people $250 a car lockout. It's pretty insane.
Why is $250 for a car lockout so outrageous?
Because it just, realistically, it shouldn't cost that. For a lot of people, that's 2-3 days worth of work. I ran into this old guy one time, this elderly man, and I told him it's gonna be $250 to unlock his car, and he told me that was all he got for the month. And I was like, I'll do that for free. It's like, I'm not gonna charge you your last $250.
He showed us receipts of the work he used to do.
This guy should have paid $50 tops.
And the windfall that came from it.
Just 9.5 months, I made him $131,000.
What do you think about all this looking back now?
I wish I would have just tried harder to stop it all, because it's just growing and growing.
Part of what makes predatory locksmiths difficult to find is in most states, locksmiths don't need a license or certification. The industry is largely unregulated, meaning there is no paper trail. Only 13 states require locksmiths to have a license. Nebraska was among them until it dropped the law in late 2021 because of problems with the licensure and certification process for locksmiths. Since then, according to the Better Business Bureau Midwest Plains region, which covers Nebraska, locksmith complaints have nearly doubled from 25 in 2022 to 48 by 2024. And it says the problem is likely underreported.
If you can't trust your locksmith, it's kind of a scary situation because we are trained to get into places that most people can't.
Ryan Carlson is a second-generation locksmith. He owns the Lock Doctor in Lee's Summit, Missouri. He says in recent years, these predatory locksmiths have ramped up.
It gives, a lot of those legitimate locksmiths a bad name.
Is that hurting your business?
Absolutely.
And Ryan says so is this.
Oftentimes, if you want to look for us, if you're Googling our name, you can type in the Lock Doctor. You can find one that says 24locksmith.io.
That's not you guys.
That's not us.
But that's your name.
That's our name. And if you click on it, it even shows our address, our phone number, our hours. This is not our website.
You guys aren't paying for this.
Not paying for it at all. But if you hit this button over here, that Call Me Now button, that's not us. And so it's a way where they think that it's...
This number is not associated with you guys whatsoever.
Not at all.
So you've got your name, your address, your direct line, but this is the one in big, bold, green.
Correct.
It really sticks out.
This is not hyperlinked at all.
But this number will not go to you guys.
Will not.
So we called that number.
Hi, is this the Lock Doctor?
A woman on the other end tells me no.
I saw this number on a website I was looking for, the Lock Doctor in Lee's Summit, Missouri. That's not you guys? They hung up on me.
But the problems don't end there. Remember how investigators said with no physical address, it's hard to track them down? Some make it look like they have a physical address to seem more legitimate.
There's one just a couple blocks up the road from us that is actually a State Farm agent.
So somebody is using a State Farm address to make it look like they have a legitimate location as a locksmith.
That's correct, yeah.
We found multiple locksmiths listed online with addresses that go to someone's home or apartment complex, empty storefronts, even a city hall. The lesson: look closely at the results you see online before calling.
I felt really devastated.
On Enrique's receipt, there is no name, no phone number, no way to track down who he believes took advantage of him.
What happened to your $1,200?
I lost it.
You never got it back.
I never got nothing back.
An expensive lesson to learn, but one Enrique hopes is invaluable to people who hear his story.